Welcome back. Welcome back. We decided to continue the conversation and actually expound on the topic. I know we spoke. What did we talk about? Oh no, we talked about confidence and arrogance and how does that play now? How is all that going to play into like workplace dynamics, politics, power, things of that nature? So, because Taylor, you're in the thick of it as it relates to um, how you engage and how you interact with your team and your uh, workplace environment. How's that working out?
Yeah, it's very interesting on the consulting side. It's very hierarchical. So
Mm,
you start entry level, well, actually your internship, and then entry level full time, and there's about 6 or 7 roles all the way up from entry to the boss, and you work through that. And it's a very structured performance cycle.
mm,
So you can only get promoted one time a year. You only get your raise once a year, and it's very set in stone. It's a numbers game. And I work at a very big company. We're 10,000 people in just the New York office. It's very intense. So I recently learned this the hard way, but when it comes to working in corporate America, it's not just heads down, get your work done. There's a little bit of playing the networking game when it comes to getting promotions, your raise, working on a different type of project. Your work is not just going to carry you. And I think that that was something that I really struggled with because in college, you just study for your midterms and then you get the good grade. The results are right there.
right.
In corporate America, if you just sit down and work in your Excel spreadsheets, the raise is not just going to come immediately after that. So that workplace dynamic is something that I'm working on. I was very heads down my first year of my career, just working really hard, long hours, weekends, holidays, doing all that work, and nothing really to show for it. So I had a lot of conversations with the partner that I work with, and that's like the boss at my company.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I understand the disappointment, but we have some notes, some feedback that you can take back. Now you're going to start doing the similar work that you were doing in that past year, but you're also going to be networking with other people in the firm, networking with the higher up people that can sort of vouch for you in that performance cycle that happens one time a year to get that raise or salary increase for the next year. So it's a bit of playing the game and being intentional with who you're talking to, not just networking whenever you see someone higher up. It's networking with people who have the leverage to really carry you through. So that's something that I'm going through right now. I'm
Okay.
putting myself out there, talking to new people while also doing my regular day-to-day job.
Yeah,
So,
because you still have to be productive.
right, you still have to get the work done,
Right.
but then you also still have to have the people to vouch for you getting that work done. So I think that was a weird workplace, not weird, but a different workplace dynamic that I wasn't used to,
Mm-hmm.
and something that I'm really getting familiar with, and was a bit, this was recent as well, so I'm still a little salty about it. But this happened about last month, and it happened to other people too that I started with, the other associates that I'm with, and now we're all going through this interesting transition of networking a lot more and not just doing the work. So having that people corner and not just, the mentorship and all that stuff, but sometimes you got to have some heavy hitters in your corner as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Now, how do you protect your peace, though?
it's a very fine line, and I'm still trying to find that line.
Okay.
I think in my industry, at least, there's not a lot of space to protect your peace. We're client services, so we're protecting the client's peace,
Gotcha.
which is what our end goal is. All the people on my team, we have to do what we can to make sure that they're okay,
Mm-hmm.
which is a little difficult, but there is a balance. We're billable hours at my company, so you're supposed to work 40 hours a week. 40 hours, no one does that ever. But if you're finding yourself working a couple weekends in a row, Saturdays and Sundays, you can take that Friday off and not use your any PTO for that. So
Okay.
there's a bit of balance, and I'm very fortunate to be on a team that really prioritizes that work-life balance. So if you have a vacation planned up, it's never getting denied or anything like that.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
my team, I can only speak for my team on this. I don't know about anyone else. 'Cause
Okay.
I've heard some horror stories, but my team really make sure that we are okay, because when you are okay, you can deliver that good work. If you're facing that burnout 6 months in and you're working Saturday and Sundays every week, you're not going to deliver the quality work that's needed. But if they do give you some time to really sit down, relax, spend time with friends and family, just get outside, do anything like that, you sort of rejuvenate in a way to where you can do that good work. So it is a very fine line, I will say. You do have to, again, take your wins and losses. I worked Thanksgiving last year. Who wants to work Thanksgiving?
Like
No one.
like Thanksgiving,
Like
like
the Thursday
that
morning, I was
Thursday.
working. Yes, everyone was in the kitchen cooking. I was
Like the
downstairs.
turkey was supposed to be.
Yeah. My deep frying the turkey. My dad's out there in the garage doing it. I was downstairs in the basement working on my computer. But then my company closes for a week in July. So we're completely off. Everybody's off. So it's those wins and losses.
Okay.
You take it when you can.
Okay. All right.
But it's okay. I'm not complaining. Only a little bit.
Well, so, because technically you're still, you're still early on
Right.
in your career.
Correct.
And, I know sometimes you're like, is this what I have to look forward to for the next 5, 10, 15 years down the
Right.
road? Where do I want to be, and what's going to pretty much confirm where I would like to be as it relates to my career, and then still be happy.
Right.
So, see, you guys are still on that, I guess, the first trimester. I'm pretty much on the last trimester.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to retire. I'm ready to do this, that, and, but it's a challenge.
Yeah. I think something that's helped me, some people that I work with, they say, have your 3 non-negotiables. 3 things that you need at your job, whether that be salary, work-life balance, good benefits, a good team, stuff like that. If you can get 2 of those, it's a pretty good deal.
Okay.
Pretty good deal. 3 is obviously, that's what everyone would shoot for.
Mm-hmm.
But if you get 2, really see if you can tough it out for a little bit. See if it works for you. Or you go somewhere else and you get another 2, a different combination of those 2. There's different ways to find, like, oh, okay, I do like this, or I don't like this anymore. Now it's time to transition and find something new.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. How's your peace working, Joelle?
I've been in a really bad place. This goes to show that you can't go to jobs just for money, or, just not even for money, honestly. Just like for experience, I could say.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm probably the happiest I've been in over a year, due to the fact that I'm about to have no job, which is funny because I'm gonna have no job, but I'm really happy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, my piece is it's going it's going good, but at the same time it's a little stressful now due to the fact that I'm looking for jobs.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it will come when it will come. Not to be religious, but gave it to God, so we'll see what happens. Yeah.
How do you guys balance because I know you have experienced it, I have experienced it, just a whole toxic work environment. And, yes, it ties into, keeping your peace and all, but there are some things that are just beyond your control. Was some type of advice, direction, those that haven't experienced what we have experienced so far as relates to just the culture, the work environment, and people in their foolishness?
Yeah. That foolishness will come, and that's sucks. But I think it's really knowing when to speak up.
Okay.
There's some things that unfortunately you do have to take, and people putting late night meetings on your calendar because you have a deliverable due the next day. It's like, okay, I'm gonna have to miss dinner tonight, or you have dinner while I'm working, stuff like that. But then if it gets to a place where it's starting to affect your mental health, your physical health, you're starting to not be able to sleep, you need to start reaching out to whether that's your direct report or HR. There's a lot of systems in place to kind of protect the employee where you can reach out and get that support, but you have to know when to do it. There is that balance, because there are some things, again, that you're just gonna have to tough it out, have to work through. But once it starts getting to a point where it really is affecting your health, that's when it's time to really speak up, whether it be your boss, HR, whoever it may be. Speaking out is the best thing. You're not going to get anything out of it if you just continue to go through these toxic work cycles. And I've had to do it too, and it's a tough conversation, very difficult, but it saved me in the long run. So it needed to happen, and I'm glad that it did. But it had to happen at the right time with the right people, and I got the end goal that I wanted. But it was definitely an uncomfortable conversation.
So, with that conversation, what do you think the difference is between influence and authority?
I think that I spun the conversation in a way that was influencing the good of the client.
Okay.
So I was trying to influence what our project deliverables were. Saying, hey, boss, we're doing this, this, and this. It's not working, and we're missing our deliverables because of it. We need to restructure our work plan or reframe our resourcing in a way that benefits the client. Because sometimes people will take it more if it's, in the benefit of the company than if it's for yourself. So I think that the conversation that I had, it was more structured in an influencing type of way, trying to influence us to go more so in the right direction. I don't think I'm at the point of my career where I can have that authority conversation yet, but I would love to get there. I think that that's sort of the next steps I'm shooting towards.
Okay. All right. Yeah, be here before you know it.
What do I want to say? I have noticed that some people are unaware of their toxicity, I could say, in the workplace. Whether it's, power struggles or, I don't know, just bad employers. Like, it comes from within sometimes, of just being that type of person that then it kind of transpires into the workplace, I've noticed. So it kind of starts with the person that you are. I've noticed that. So sometimes I give people grace, maybe too much grace, of, okay, well, this is who they are. So sometimes it might be something that has to work, that you have to work around it, or it's something that has to be talked about. So, for instance, I just had a bad employer, but at the same time, that was just who they were. So they were inconsiderate at heart, and I've noticed that, but at the same time, it didn't affect me into where I felt like I had to speak up, rather than, because it was multiple aspects of it. So it was kind of like, I can just leave. It's kind of thing, instead of like, let me talk to you. But I did want to have a conversation with that previous employer, just moving forward, if they want to keep someone, that was maybe a little bit less qualified than me. So.
Well, that's I was just about to lead into that one too. With you guys and, your experience thus far, how do you guys manage those that are, and they could either be above you or, below you? How do you guys deal with those that are insecure, or, Lord knows if I say it, feel intimidated by you guys? Now, keep in mind, you're just there to do your job.
Yeah. trying to think too.
I guess I'll go first.
Yeah.
This doesn't happen often because, like, you know, she's real adult, I'm fake adult. So
Not at all.
What?
you know, you're living your life. You got an apartment, you got a job. You know, I'm feeling like I'm a fake adult. I don't have no bills. See, there's always there's people that are here, and then there's people that are here. You know, just in their same age maybe, but you know, just everybody's journey. But yeah, so I definitely can say recently at this per diem job, having to be persistent in calling people and things like that and checking up on them multiple times when they're not being responsive, especially if they're higher up than you, they'll maybe ignore you or get back and be like, okay, I'll get back to you when I can. But at this certain time, I have a deadline. So I am going to, you know, not badger you, but you may see Joelle Gardner come up in your emails multiple times in 1 week. And I've gotten the vibe and also actual emails kind of like, oh, well, I'll get back to you when I can, or that's just not high in priority, or
Seen that one
or
before.
just like almost like, who do you think you are, trying to, you know, kind of tell me when I need to come back to you, kind of thing. Because I would be like, yeah, can you please get back to me at this time? Because I know we all have work to do, but at the same time, you have to be considerate of what other people have to do as well. I feel like I am considerate. That's why giving someone a week and a half is, I feel like, a pretty good timeline. That might be too much time, honestly. But yeah, I kind of just had to breathe. Doing things that make you happy is important outside of workplace. I feel like going to the spa really helps me kind of stay,
Truly.
stay together to be ready to, you know, handle people that sometimes you don't want to deal with. So, yeah, I can say that some people may feel intimidated or feel like, okay, well, she's, you know, I'll get back to her when I want to, kind of thing. And then at one point, I actually had to go to someone's office. I didn't realize that they were so close to me in proximity. They were down the hall. I didn't know that. So I literally just like went down the hall and I'm like, you never got back to me. And she was like, oh, I promise I was so busy. I'm like, okay, excuse me. But I'm like, gotta get it done. She got it done. She emailed me back in an hour.
Right.
I'm just like, it wasn't that
Just
hard,
a little
was it?
pressure.
I know, just a little pressure. It's like, that's all I had to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes you just gotta, you know, press them in person.
Yeah.
That's all I would say.
Yours reminded me a little bit about my situation, and I don't want to get into too much cultural dynamics here, but at my company, we have a very large offshore presence. So we work with people who live in India and Shanghai. And so we give sort of like 24-hour around the clock offering work. So during our US hours, we get our work done, and then their time, they do their work. And we're all on the same team. We all work together for the same client. There is a little bit of a difference in how they respond. The offshore team responds when I ask for something to when someone who doesn't necessarily look like me asks something. So I'll say, hey, can you guys turn over this code that we're working on? They'll just read the message and not respond. Someone else that I work with will ask the same question. Oh, yeah, sure, I'll get it to you, this, that, whatever. But I already asked you, and you didn't respond to me, but you responded to the other person. So I have no problem going to someone's boss. I will reach out to say, if it happens consistently, like you said, doing that pressure, I will tap in and ask, hey, people are not listening to me when I need to get something done, and it's, again, delaying this project. What are we going to do about it? And that was something that I've never experienced before, really, the differences of people, just seeing it in person, not listening to what I'm saying because of how I look, but responding back to someone else. And I've learned through conversations with other people that this is a very common thing that happens. And you just have to raise up, speak up, and say, yeah, you guys got to lock in and just get the work done. Doesn't matter who's asking you to do it, just do it. That was a very, very weird thing for me.
I'm so processing that right now.
Yeah, take your time.
And
That was a tough one.
that's tough
Yeah.
because we can only respond in a certain way.
Right.
And there are so many others out there that just don't understand our lived experience.
Yes.
And that's
Yeah. I had a paper trail, though, so I had evidence of me asking, no response, and I'll put everything in an email with screenshots.
I'm the same way.
And if I'm not getting the, like, I really, it didn't bother me in the sense that, you know, how, people are different. Okay, it happens. But we're working here.
Yeah.
Like,
Correct.
we're trying to get a job done.
Right.
Put your differences aside and let's just get to the end goal so we don't have to work together again.
Exactly.
Like, what's happening?
I have
Yes.
I have a question.
Yeah.
real
yes.
quick.
Oh my gosh.
So, in the workplace, when something like that has happened, this is a question for you too. Like for the first time when maybe like discrimination or prejudice has come across, and because I know for me, like I have to double take, like, is this really happening
Yeah,
right now?
definitely.
Like, how do you guys? How was like your first experience? Was that like your first experience or?
Well, not my first, but my first in my full-time job. And it was jarring. I don't know how else to explain it. Like it happened in a meeting and I basically like short-circuited. I just didn't know what was going on.
Exactly.
But one of those situations, I called my mom.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
then, but we also have, which I really like about my company, we have inclusion networks.
Okay.
Oh,
So
still?
yes,
Okay.
which
Nice. Yeah.
yes, we still have them. It's a little downscale just a bit, but we still have them. But I have a really good network of Black professionals at my company that I reach out to for anything, and that was the person who explained to me, this happens all the time. This is what you do. Send the email to their boss. So I had a support system to get me through that scenario. But I think that if I didn't have that inclusion network or my mom to fall back on, I probably would have still been in the same boat now. I wouldn't have known how to navigate, how to move forward with it. It probably just would have been the same thing, me reaching out, no one responding. And it's so unfortunate that it happens. Yeah. But luckily, we did have that inclusion network for me to really figure out how to go about this.
And see, and that's the whole point of the
Exactly.
networks existing.
Yes.
And it's, I'll never forget, just a few short years ago, one of our, still around, one of our civil rights leaders, he was in the area just giving some words and broke it down just as simple as possible. It's not like we want to take revenge or get revenge. We just want our fair share.
Yeah.
We just want to be able to coexist and provide for our families and be a positive, influence. And it's just so interesting how others feel that we're such a threat. And it's just like, I'm just trying to accomplish a task here.
Yeah.
That's all we're trying to do, and I get it, growing up here, as opposed to being, in another part of the world where, the cultures are just different.
Yeah.
And they just, they don't know what we're truly all about.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is a challenge that, unfortunately, we have to take on our shoulders. And it's is it right? Obviously it's not. But it's always up to us to come up with some form of solution.
Yeah.
So we won't, lose our heads and lose our minds over this mess. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just another thing on the to-do list at work that you have to keep track of.
Right.
And it's a pretty long to-do list. Yeah.
And then, of course, now with the political climate
Of
going
course.
on and, people pulling away, corporations pulling away from that type of, I guess I'll say, out front type of
Yeah.
network. Um, I I honestly believe that they're not walking away from it in totality. More so, what can it look like moving forward? Because at the end of the day, they still need to support. Backtrack. They still need. They still will want to support their team members
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm. And also the people who are buying or their clientele of those companies too. Like you think about Target, right? We won't get into all that stuff, but the people at Target are losing sales because of how they're
Absolutely.
acting.
Mm-hmm.
And they took away that outwardly display, DEI, all of that. And now no one's going to Target anymore.
Right.
I don't go to Target anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think still at Target. It's like I was there yesterday.
Shame on
no. We don't even have a Target near me, actually. But, so I was already part of it. But yeah, that's you have to be supporting the people that's buying your company, the people that work there.
Right.
That in the States, we are so diverse. It's so counterintuitive to take that away. I don't understand. And I've been trying for, what is it now, 6 months?
Oh, yeah.
Still losing it.
Yeah, and people. And I don't know if people really understood that DEI isn't just black people.
Not at all. But they just see it as black.
Yeah,
It was never intended to be
No.
exactly.
black.
Right.
It was for the marginalized. It was for those that just needed a voice, and that's
A lot of people.
a lot of people.
Yeah,
That's a
Except
lot
for
of
one
people.
big group. I mean,
Right.
it's everybody else.
Right. Right.
What do you mean?
So now, things are, the waters are kind of rough a little bit, but, we still have to move forward. We still have to provide. We still have to make a difference. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And then, and I think I said, once again, you guys are still being observed.
Mm-hmm.
Those that are, of course, pouring into you, but then those that are coming after you, your little sisters and little brothers,
Mm-hmm.
how are they navigating, high school, college, and then their first real job? How do we help them? How do we continue to pour into them? How? This is always interesting. Growing up, I was convinced my parents didn't know a damn thing. I just didn't, because I knew more than them.
Yeah.
I just did. And then as I got older, I was like, oh, damn. They knew just a little bit more than I thought. And then, now that they're pretty much in the spiritual form now, I know they're looking down. But every once in a while, I really wish that they were still here, just so I can say, you know what, you were right.
Yeah.
You were right. So I'm at that point now, as I continue to mentor, just think of it like this. I've been your age. You haven't been mine. And my experiences and my pitfalls, my obstacles, I try to, share with everyone and make sure that they can learn something. I do want those that come after me to have a easier way. However, I honestly believe the pitfalls builds character.
Definitely.
So I need, mistakes will be made, as long as they don't continue to make the same mistake. So we still have to make sure that those that are, looking at you guys, because there are some of them out there right now. Oh, I want to be just like you.
I don't know. I'm kind of tired.
Right? haven't even started yet.
It's
So
a-
tired.
but that's the reality, though.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
It's kind of crazy because when you're young, you can't fathom like even 25. Like 25's
Yeah.
old. So old. 25 is like, wow, you're 50. Like you're grown. You gonna have a job. You got a job together. You should have a kid by now.
Yeah.
Like you be married. Gonna have a cane soon. Like I really looked at it like that. Like there's no way I'm gonna be 25 anytime soon. And it's like, wow, like now I'm almost there. And I'm like, wow, time really flies. Like time waits for nobody. And I look down.
Time is undefeated.
No. Yeah. I look down at my loved ones, you know, my nieces and my goddaughters, and kids are really the light of the world. And I just really, you know, I really want to pour into them as much as like people poured into me. And at the same time, I do want life to be easier. At the same time, what's already around them is going to make it easier, I feel like, with AI. And I don't know. I saw somewhere when it was like your doctor is gonna be. They got through med school with ChatGPT or something like that.
Oh my gosh, let's pray on that one.
I know.
Let's-
Like I don't know. Like everybody wants to be an influencer when they grow up and things like that. So, and it's a real job these days. Like we didn't have influencers when it was
They're
our.
making money.
They're making money. Mr. Beast is the first billionaire on YouTube. Just anyway, sidetrack. But
Influencing what though? Like
the
what?
children.
literally, the children. Mr. Beast has been around since I was like 10. And he's slowly come up just on YouTube. People just watch his videos. He's just doing silly things, giving away money, things like that. And he's a billionaire now, just being on YouTube every day. Which is crazy.
Okay.
So when a kid sees that, it's like, yeah, I can do that. But I digress. And so, yeah, I truly just like whatever you want to do, like let's find a way to do it. Because that's how someone came to me. That's how my mentor came to me. That's how you came to me. So it's like, yeah, I really want that. So I want to pour into these kids and, you know, not have them on iPads all the time.
Mm,
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, I think the kids need to be able to listen as well. There's so many people out there with great wisdom, and I wish I told myself this when I was a kid. But like you said, but listening to your family, your friends, your elders, they have insights that you can't even imagine because they already went through all this. They went through high school, college, their first time job, whatever it may be. Ask questions, like talk to people. You can learn so much just by having a conversation like this. Like I already learned so much just being here with you guys. And just having kids do that when they're so young, I mean, they can learn a lot more. I can't learn a new language now. Kids can learn a language when they're young. They're able to
And that's
do
the
things.
time to do it too.
Yeah, like you can learn so much. So
Yeah.
use that opportunity to do that and ask the questions, talk to people, and it can really be a game changer. But I think, like you said, they're on TikTok, and I'm doing it too.
Guilty.
But they need to just get off the phones for a little bit, just talk to somebody, and it can go a long way.
It's so hard to listen when you're young.
I know.
You think you know everything. Like I'm 5 years old. I could
Yeah.
do anything. When I was 5, I thought I was 10. Like those are my first memories. I thought I was like, this is life.
Exactly.
It's gonna stay this way.
And we've all been there.
Exactly. It's so
And it's gonna continue on.
And I just, oh, you know what though? Yeah, I have to get with you with this one though. I literally thought 30 was old.
here we go. Here we go.
I thought 30 was old. And now that of course, I'm super
31.
past that.
Yeah, 31
Look,
and a
look,
half.
35 and a half. But I'm telling you, time is undefeated.
Yeah.
It goes by so fast. You know, 30. I've been out of college longer
The
than
30.
30 years. Yes.
Like carried
It's,
the one.
yes.
9 plus 10.
And it's before you know it.
Yeah.
So now as I'm more in a reflection phase of my life, and I don't think I have too many regrets.
Yeah.
However, everything has been a learning experience. And I at the end of the day, I give my parents so much credit because they put up with some stupid stuff. I'm like, I don't even know why they should have definitely kicked me out.
It's okay. You're gonna have to do it.
They were they were so patient.
Yeah. And I will always do that to parents.
I know.
The patience that they carry. I can't even imagine myself doing it. I don't know how.
But believe it or not, it all is tied together as we look at our careers and what we're trying to accomplish, while we're on the clock, because there are some times like I have to leave the office and just take a walk.
Yes. Yes. I can't stress that enough. You have to.
Like, for real. Because I know how, and I'm a very mild-mannered person, but, you bring me to that, yeah, I'm ready to move furniture and everything. Ready for it. Yeah, let me go outside and take a walk and get my water.
Yeah.
Walk around the block a few times and calm down, because sometimes we will come across individuals that are just hell-bent on going just in a totally opposite direction, which is not in line with the mission of the department or what we're trying to accomplish, while we're on the clock. It's just...
I think having those things, your walks, going to the spa, things to take you away from the work life, the stress, that can also just propel you further to do better. I mean, I take 5-mile walks a day. I just walk. I put on my AirPods, call my mom again to complain, and just get it done. But as I don't have to think about the stress of work and going to the gym, spending time with people you care about. You got to get those in to also, that's another way to protect your peace.
Yes.
Blocking that time out to keep yourself sane is needed.
5:30 morning workouts.
Yeah. It sucks, but you got to do it.
You have to do it. You have to do it.
Yeah.
You have to do it. Because
5:30 is a little crazy. You can, like a 6:30 is okay. No?
No.
Okay.
No. No. I have to get up at 5, hit the gym by 5:30, then, because I have to get the day started, because I have to be in the office by a certain time.
Oh, okay.
For the most part. So you get in there, and then if I don't have that piece on the way into the office, it
sets the tone for the day.
It does.
Yeah.
At least it's supposed to.
Yeah.
It's supposed to, but you'll be like, what? I did not wake up for this mess today.
Yeah.
So clearly, but we manage it. We make the best of it, and then at the end, we get up and fight all over again.
Yeah, just keep moving forward.
So every time we get knocked down, we have to get back up.
Yes.
We have to.
That's in our blood.
Oh yes, and that's the thing. I guess that people don't understand, just from a historical perspective, how resilient, or call it hard-headed. I don't care. I know I'm hard-headed.
Yeah.
I know that.
Same.
But
I mean.
but look, this is the task. This is what we have to accomplish. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
I don't have any. I try my best not to bring my personal into, and I get sometimes people try to come at you, from a personal side. Those boundaries. Over the past few years, I would have to say I've never been in tune with setting boundaries for myself. Oh, I'm there now.
And that's a good place to be.
I'm there. And, just like family, friends, fraternity, yeah. I'll get back with you.
It protects your peace too.
Let's protect that
too.
peace. Yeah. So, any parting thoughts? I see production teams like, okay, you got a
Um,
minute and a half.
I do want to say something that I probably shouldn't say, but it's funny because how, like, you know how we're so resilient with everything happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a post when it was like, yeah, we've always been resilient. Now it's time for y'all to struggle.
Look, that's so that not Christ-like. You know, it's more, I guess, my spin on it. Oh, you gonna learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gonna learn.
Like you said, the experience. Everyone takes
Yeah.
it differently, and I guess it's
Take
everyone
those
else's time.
hardships.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Take those hardships.
You don't
So
have to
that's
learn it
it.
again.
It's gonna make you stronger.
That's how I look at it. That's how we all should look at it. Well, thank you for another outstanding episode, another great conversation. We are going to continue protecting our peace. We're going to definitely make sure that we are aware of that fine line of confidence and arrogance, and we're going to continue doing what we do. That's making a difference. So thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to the next time. Peace and blessings.